Yo, yo, yo! Next we're going to talk with Margaret Peterson Haddix's main character from the Missing series, Jonah!
Hey, thanks, DJ.
So, Jonah, you're one of Margaret's favorite characters, right?
Yeah.
So, tell me about her.
Well, she was born on April 9th, 1964 at Washington Courthouse, Ohio. She went to Miami University and graduated in the year of 1986.
What do you know about her writing career?
Well, her whole life has been involved in writing, as she went from a Journal Gazette to a copy editor to a freelance writer.
What's a freelance writer?
It's when you're willing to write for anybody that will give you money.
So, do you know what Margaret's most recent books are?
Well, I would have to say Torn, which is about me and my sister Catherine getting trapped in 1611 on a Henry Hudson ship, and The Always War, which is about a boy, Gideon, who doesn't accept a medal for courage. So a girl, Tessa, wants to find out the truth when she accidentally gets on a plane headed for enemy territory since their countries are at war.
Wow, that sounds like a really good book.
It is, and she has a lot more that got her medals.
Wow, how many medals does she have?
I would have to say about 20.
She must be a great author.
She is.
So, do you know why she became a writer?
As a matter of fact, I do. As a kid, she didn't want to be what everybody else was.
What were they?
They all wanted to be what their parents were. And Margaret didn't want to be a farmer like her dad or a nurse like her mom. She wanted a job that was out of this world and real people didn't get to do.
And so, I'm guessing she wrote stories and began to love writing?
You got that right.
So, what do you happen to know if Margaret's working on any books right now?
I haven't heard much.
What's her family like?
Well, you already heard about her mom and her dad, but did you know she has an older brother, a younger brother, and a younger sister too?
No, I did not. Do you know why she still writes?
Do you want the short answer or the long answer?
Both.
The short answer is that she loves writing.
Figures.
The longer answer is that she loves making up stories and imaginary people and imaginary places.
Well, that's good. So, Jonah, do you have anything to share with us?
Yeah. You will be seeing me a couple more times as there are 3 more books coming out. You should really read this series.
Only 3 left? Can't you convince Margaret to keep writing? I love this series.
I'll try.
Is there anyone else you can convince?
Well, she has a husband and 2 kids, 1 boy and 1 girl.
Oh, I never knew that. But what if you convince the kids? If you convince them, their mom will definitely listen to them.
I could try that.
Thanks.
No problem.
So, how do Margaret's fans treat her?
They love Margaret. They write awesome reviews and make a lot of fan clubs.
I should become an author to get that attention.
No, it's not that she's an author. It's that she's Margaret.
Whatever. So, where's Andrea right now?
Andrea?
Yeah, your girlfriend who's really Virginia Dare.
Oh, she's back home.
What? Spoiler alert!
I mean, I might have left her or gone back to save her, but you'll have to read to find that out.
Man, I knew the book would get spoiled if I had you here. I'm telling Margaret.
Please don't. I'm begging you.
Fine. But anyway, what else do you have to share with us?
Well, you know all the kids on the plane had double identities, right?
Yeah.
You want to know mine?
Yes.
It's...
Well, that's all the time we have for the show. See you next time.
So, Adam, what's your favorite series by Margaret?
I would have to probably say the Missing series.
Well, you know that whole journey began with Found.
Found what?
The book. The book that started the Missing series.
Oh, that Found. I loved it.
Anyway, Adam, who's your favorite character in Found?
I would have to probably say Catherine.
Catherine? How come?
Well, because Catherine sort of goes with the flow. Like, before she knew anything, she did the dangerous stuff Jonah told her. And she's not afraid to take a dare, no matter how risky.
For me, it is definitely Jonah, because he is a great leader and he likes to get to the bottom of things.
Yeah, that is a good thing about Jonah.
So, Adam, do you have a favorite part of the book?
Yeah, it was all really good, but I would have to say that my favorite part of the whole book was the prologue.
Why?
Well, because the prologue is like the most mysterious part of the whole book. You knew nothing except that there were 36 babies on a plane with no pilot, and after figuring out most of the clues, it all adds up to the prologue.
Well, my favorite part of the book is when Jonah, Chip, and Catherine and the rest of the 36 kids are trapped in a cave after they find out the truth.
Along with Found, I think all of Margaret's books are great.
Yeah, I especially like that I never know what will happen next.
I know, it's so annoying with other authors when the plot is so simple, there's no shocking secrets.
It's pretty amazing how her imagination takes off into these ideas, don't you think?
Yeah, but her main ideas came from the stories her dad told her as a kid.
Oh yeah, like her ancestors being kidnapped.
Yeah, and about friends who survived lying on a railroad track while a train went over them.
Those are some crazy stories.
You've got that right. And I've noticed that most of Margaret's stories are mysterious.
Oh yeah, like the Missing series and the Shadow Children series.
Yeah.
Just like how in the Missing series, a more futuristic approach is taken to mystery, and in the Shadow Children series, it's more realistic mystery.
For the same genre, she can make it a lot of different ways.
I agree.
But you know what the funny thing about the Missing series setting is?
What?
If you asked for the setting of two different books, it would be totally different. Like, if you asked for the setting of Found, you would say present-day U.S. But if you asked for the setting of, let's say, Sent, you would say 1483 at the Tower of London.
Yeah, that is pretty weird, but you know what is even stranger?
What's that?
Why she chose 36 babies.
Go on.
Well, since 36 is the product of the square of 2 and the square of 3.
So it has something to do in math? Is it like a formula for some futuristic book she's going to make?
Hold on a sec. Well, since 2 and 3 are the first prime numbers, and, forget it, there is no meaning.
Well then, what's the secret in the story?
She chose it because 36 seemed like the reasonable amount to have on a small plane. 12 rows, 3 seats in each row, and it seemed like enough to cause chaos in an airport.
Well, that ruins the fun.
But that is that.
So does that mean nothing has a meaning in the series?
No, not everything.
Then what's the secret?
Why, everything is so mysterious and you don't know that much.
What about that?
Well, she's not giving too much away in case she wants to change her mind right now. So, right now she could think Jonah is some guy from the Civil War, but later she could change her mind and make him a particular immigrant.
Interesting.
I know.
But you know what I find interesting?
What?
That there are 7 books.
What about that?
How can she fit all the 30 characters in the next 3?
How do you know there are 30 characters left?
Because there were 36. Then she used Alex and Chip in the second book, and then in the third she used Andrea, Brendan, and Antonio, and finally Dalton in the 4th book. And all that adds up to 6 kids, and 36 minus 6 is 30.
So, do you think she'll be able to fit the rest?
I really don't know. She's the author, so she's the one to figure that out.
All of her books are great, but you know what I feel her best book is?
What?
The book that she wrote first, Running Out of Time.
You know, I haven't read that book. Tell me about it.
It's about a girl who thinks she was born in Jamestown back in the olden days,
Yeah.
when really she is in a science observatory to see what life was like back in those days. But when she escapes, she needs to find her way around in the real world.
So, Margaret must like writing about different time periods. I'm guessing she likes history.
Well, maybe in the future she'll write about today.
Probably.
Okay, Adam, I gotta go.
Okay, see you, Cosimo.
Bye. Okay then, she said. One thing I saw that nobody else did, though I did report it when I was debriefed, before they began talking about the confidentiality statements, was an eczema on the plane. By the time everyone else saw the plane, it looked like any other Sky Travel's regional jet. But when I first saw it, the plane's door said, Tychone Travel. Tychone, T-A-C-H-Y-O-N. You're all too young, probably, to have studied much physics. And anyway, this is very theoretical physics. So what's a Tychone? Catherine asked. She always hated being talked down to or told that she was too young for something.
Tychons are particles that travel faster than the speed of light, Angela said. The speed of light, Jonah thought. What's that got to do with anything? I thought nothing could travel faster than light, Catherine said, acting proud that she knew that. Nobody really knows, Angela said. She was speaking very carefully now, watching for their reactions. At least nobody knows yet. The theories are that if anything could travel faster than light, all sorts of weird things would happen. Time and space would have a different relationship, aging would be different, and if a plane could travel that fast, it'd become a time machine.